Finally, we look at a borrower disclosure checklist. And when you're developing your borrower disclosure, and this is a possible checklist, I would suggest that you use this checklist for whomever is doing the disclosure to the borrower so that they can check this off. Are all fees and payments associated with the mortgage, including brokerage fees, disclosed? The nature of the relationship between the brokerage and the lender, the role of the brokerage, the number of lenders the brokerage represented during the previous year. Have we included in our borrower disclosure any potential conflicts of interest? Have we included the risks associated with the mortgage? Have we included the terms and conditions of the proposed mortgage, including prepayment penalties and NSF fees, in a manner that promotes understanding by the borrower? Is the cost of borrowing expressed as an annual percentage rate as well as in dollars and cents? If there are any amounts that we don't know, specifically the lawyer's closing fees, has that been disclosed in a good faith estimate? Obviously, we need to include the amount of the mortgage, the interest rate, and how the interest rate is compounded, the amount of each mortgage payment and when it's due, the amortization schedule, and any information on any optional services such as home warranties or any other insurance that we are providing, and costs associated with discharging the mortgage. All of this information should be included in the borrower disclosure. So again, in my opinion, it's helpful to have a checklist so that when your agent, broker, or whomever is completing this document thinks they've completed it, they can go through and run through a checklist and ensure that they have provided all of the information as required by the legislation. The nice thing is we know about the documentation that is provided by the software is that it, generally speaking, meets all of the requirements as we see here. But again, I'd like to reiterate the fact that you don't have to use that documentation. If you were the principal broker or you're a brokerage and you wanted to put your disclosure, for example, in a way that promotes the benefits of the mortgage that you're representing, as long as it has all of the prescribed information that must be included, you could rearrange it, put it in a fashion that may be more in line with how you want to present the disclosure to your borrower. Safe bet, use the software's documentation for borrower disclosure. But again, it's not prescribed. It's not a specific form that has been approved or mandated by the regulator. This is all of the information that you have to include.